There's use going on at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney.
Ask me no questions like I'm a child. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time. You are so nosy, man. You don't even know what I do. Like you said, you never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me, but talk about me. So watch what you say. Watch what the you say. And if I was really like back in the day in Newark, I'd meet you outside. I'd meet you outside. But I'm a lady, and I have a class.
When I know I was going through a lot of emotional stress, and my eating habits were awful.
Whitney dying, crack rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
So Whitney Houston is back in rehab. You guys heard about this, and I know it's a collective sigh from all around the country and now the world. She's in an outpatient drug program for drugs and alcohol. RadarOnline.com is reporting that she's back to using crack cocaine. And they're saying it's pretty bad.
After staying silent for many years, Wendy Williams is now speaking about what Whitney Houston may have experienced before her passing. Some people believe this situation explains why Whitney's life ended the way it did. There are also claims that Wendy faced serious consequences because she knew sensitive information about powerful individuals and could have shared it publicly. Rumors have been spreading online suggesting that Whitney discovered things she was not supposed to know, which led to dangerous outcomes. Others point to certain events around that time, including a party held shortly after her death, as suspicious. However, these ideas remain unproven, and much of what is being said comes from speculation rather than confirmed facts.
I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously and whose life had been affected by her. So they were like, I don't understand how that party
I had Clive Davis by pure chance in here on Friday.
That 2003 interview where Whitney Houston confronted Wendy Williams was more intense than it first appeared. At the time, many people thought it was just a heated moment, but there was more going on beneath the surface. Wendy was asking very personal and uncomfortable questions about Whitney's marriage to Bobby Brown, her struggles, finances, and family life. Some of her comments even crossed the line and felt disrespectful. Whitney clearly didn't like it and responded strongly, making it clear she wanted respect and privacy.
You don't know what the allowance. You don't make me curse on the radio. I'm trying to be, come on.
Well, Steve was saying it was from about like $1,600 a week to about $500 a week.
Ask you to kiss my
Okay. He
and
also
so can anybody else ever think I'd do that to my mother, you low down dirty.
very defensive, Whitney.
I have to be, Wendy. You talk about me every day.
Well,
And every other day.
Whitney, you keep yourself in the headlines.
No, Wendy, y'all keep me in the headlines. I mind my business. I try to maintain what I got. I want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time. As long as you're healthy and God is blessing you and you're doing the right thing and being a decent person, I can handle that.
Here's the part many people don't always talk about. Some believe Wendy Williams was being tough on Whitney Houston because she was worried about what could happen to her. There was a feeling that the industry might take advantage of Whitney's struggles and turn them against her when she was no longer useful. Looking at other celebrities, it's true that those who didn't follow expectations often had their personal problems exposed and used in negative ways. When artists pass away, their struggles are sometimes blamed as the main reason, even if the situation seems more complicated. Another important detail is that Wendy herself had faced similar issues in her own life. She openly spoke about it and understood how serious it could be. Because of that, her comments may have come from concern rather than just criticism. At one point, Wendy even warned that Whitney's condition could affect how people in the business viewed her and treated her career. She hinted that if things didn't improve, it could lead to serious consequences. Back then, her words seemed harsh, but after everything that happened later, some people started to look at her statements in a different way.
Well, I have. It's been many years. I can laugh about it now, too. It's the stupidest thing I ever did in my life, But I am familiar with every form of, and including and that whole bit. And I have to tell you that when I saw this picture right here, show that other picture of Whitney. I remember that girl, sweaty, hair in the face, grown. I remember that girl very well. I wrote the book and everything. And I can own up to my mistakes. Whitney, you need more than outpatient.
Yes.
4, I don't believe you were sober on Oprah. I don't believe that you went into rehab voluntarily this time. What I do believe is that Whitney, because I was watching Inside Edition yesterday. No, walk with me on this one, okay? On Inside Edition, they said that Whitney just signed on for Waiting to Exhale 2. Well, you know what happens with these Hollywood people. You have to be insurable.
That's right.
You know, you have to be insurable and bankable. And nobody's insuring this.
Right.
So clean it up.
That's right.
Sadly, things did not turn out well for Whitney Houston, and some people feel that many of Wendy Williams' warnings came true. There is a belief that Whitney's struggles made her situation more difficult, but others argue that this was not the only reason behind what happened. Many artists face challenges in the industry and still continue their careers, so some think there may have been deeper issues involved. According to rumors, Whitney may have discovered problems related to her contracts and finances, which could have caused serious conflict with powerful people in the business. There were also claims that she planned to take legal action, which might have increased tensions around her. At the same time, other stories suggested she saw or learned things in the entertainment world that made her uncomfortable. People close to her have shared that she seemed more focused on her faith during her final days, possibly because she was going through a difficult emotional period. However, it is important to understand that many of these ideas are based on speculation and have not been confirmed. There have also been discussions online about other artists who passed away under tragic circumstances, leading some to question patterns within the industry. Still, these claims remain unproven, and official reports have linked Whitney Houston's death to health and substance-related factors. It is important to approach such topics carefully and rely on verified information rather than rumors.
Because I was so terrorized by him. Whether he meant to do it or not, I'll never know. But he sure taught me that if you try to terrorize me again, well, we can't say that on public radio. What I may do to someone who tries to hurt me again in this business, I'm not having it. I should be respected as I respect, and I will not have someone try to ruin my spirit and ruin my career. If Clive Davis, if his plan was to destroy my career, it didn't work.
The story does not end there. Some claims suggest that Wendy Williams believed Whitney Houston's death might also be connected to a large unpaid debt. According to these rumors, Whitney was said to owe around $1.5 million to a group linked to illegal substances on the East Coast. This idea was pushed by a private investigator named Paul Hubel, who had experience working on well-known cases. He argued that Whitney's death was not simply an accident, but something more serious tied to that alleged debt. He claimed that people connected to this situation had been trying to reach her for weeks. There were also reports that she received a delivery at the Beverly Hilton shortly before she died. Some witnesses even said they heard her sounding stressed and tired. The investigator also suggested that 2 unknown men were seen entering her hotel suite during a short period when she was alone. According to his version, a confrontation may have taken place if the payment was not made. He believed this could have turned physical, leading to a tragic outcome. He also pointed to small injuries mentioned in reports, suggesting they might have been signs of a struggle. He later said he shared his findings with authorities, asking them to take another look at the case. However, it is very important to note that these claims have never been officially proven. The official report stated that Whitney Houston's death was caused by accidental drowning along with health-related factors. While some details have led people to question things, there is no confirmed evidence supporting the more serious accusations. It is always best to look at verified facts and treat unconfirmed stories with caution.
They said there was nothing wrong with her throat. Her lungs were so damaged that she couldn't fuel the notes. Her lungs wasn't, her voice was fine. Oh. That's how Clive did it. And then the next thing you know, she's fucking Ray J. And then it's Grammy time. And her and Clive had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the drug dealer in that gave her the shot.
As the conversation continues, some people have pointed to comments made by Bobby Brown, saying his words raised more questions about what really happened to Whitney Houston. Others also bring up an old moment during an interview involving Brandy and Monica, where Whitney briefly appeared and handed over a note, which added to the mystery for some viewers. There are also beliefs that Wendy Williams may have faced restrictions because of what she knew or was willing to say. Some think she was kept quiet for a period of time, but now rumors suggest she could return to television once her legal situation is resolved. Because of that, people expect she might speak more openly in the future. When it comes to what Whitney may have seen before her death, there are no clear or confirmed details. Many of the stories shared online mention secret activities in the entertainment world, but none of these claims have been proven. Despite this, discussions continue, and people keep forming their own opinions based on what they have heard. Some individuals online have shared strong views, saying they believe Whitney struggled during her final moments and that her room showed signs of chaos. Others question the official findings and suggest different possibilities. At the same time, there are also claims about her condition and whether she had substances in her system, but official reports did confirm certain health-related factors. It is important to remember that many of these statements come from personal opinions and unverified sources. The confirmed reports concluded that Whitney Houston's passing was due to accidental drowning along with other health issues. While questions and theories continue to circulate, relying on factual information is the safest way to understand what happened.